Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing tonight? How are you guys doing? I'm I'm cooking. I'm drinking tonight. Hello. It looks so pretty though. You guys want to see? Let me just fix this thing real quick. Uh-oh. Where's my food channel? I've uploaded there so I could like save it and pull it up. Food. Whoa, it's so shaky. I did take another shot. There you go. It's uploading though. There you go. Now let me open it in a new tab. Save it. Now I can put it on stream. Big drink. See that right there? That's my drink for tonight. Also, my mix it up is kind of scuffed at the moment. I'm downloading, I'm updating it, and like it's not updating. Health potion, yeah, it looks like a health potion, right? Okay, so this is the mixture for tonight's drink. So if you look over here, right, obviously it's kind of carbonated with the amount of fizz that it has. So at the very bottom, there was rose syrup, and then I already mixed it with some calamansi juice and Sprite. Then I poured it into the glass, and then the very top, it's a bit more transparent than the top, right? At the very top, it's soju. That is the drink for tonight, Chad. I'm gonna get flaccid, Anna. We're drinking a bit slower tonight, so I doubt that we're gonna get flaccid, right? If you drink slowly, you are not gonna get drunk. I believe. Yeah, anyways, chat the topic for tonight. We're gonna be talking about retro games. So much for drinking slow, right? Nice chat. How you guys been? What have you guys been up to, huh? Got you batteries for my pen. Nice! What type of battery do you use? AAA? Dude, this mix it up. Doesn't seem like it's working. Let me see in Task Manager if it's actually functioning right now. It's quadruple A? What does that mean? I've never seen a quad A battery. Ah. Ah. Am I stuck? Ah. Okay, we're working. We're functioning again. Let me refresh the page. Hopefully the delay isn't that big. Testing? Okay, we're back. We are so back. Yeah, let me just see this. Quad A battery. Oh, it's smaller than a AAA. It's so adorable. Look at how thin it is. Ironically, chat, this is my first time seeing a quad A battery. I didn't know this thing exists. I saved a photo from the internet. Dude, I never knew that a battery like this existed. It's so tiny. It's so slender. Like, the AAA is already small, right? Compared to a AA and stuff like those. This one is extra small. I didn't know what a AAA battery was till I had to order one for the first time. There's like a size D, right? Like a D battery and like other stuff. I just the batteries that I'm most aware of or know are 18650 batteries, lithium ions. Yeah, did you know that lithium ion batteries are actually the same batteries that you use for your power banks? They are the ones that you use for your power banks here. Okay, this one is a lithium ion battery. And this is what you use for your power banks. It's also what's inside your laptops. At least some of the laptops, usually the older models, I guess. And also, like, it's also like the thing that you use for a lot of other things, right? It's also used for vape and stuff like that. So I know quite a bit on lithium ion. it is quite dangerous, so you better not damage it in any way. It really burns up quite hard. When I saw the video back then, it's like, yo, it's really smoking. But anyways, chat, let me remove this now. We already talked about the drink that we have. Let's just yap for a bit and wait for other people to join in the conversation. If they inflate up like a balloon, don't ask me how I know. How do you know? It's what happens to lithium-ion batteries. They actually kind of bloat, and then they catch fire. So you better dispose of them properly. You can't just throw them in the trash. I heard that there's like a proper way of disposing them. Some like just bring them to the vape shop, vape stores, and some electronic stores, and they get rid of it for you. You can just throw them away. PSP batteries use lithium ion. I see. Specifically for a lot of vapes, they tend to use back then 18650 lithium ions. And that's pretty much it. That's all I know. I used to vape a lot back then. I still vape, but like back then I kind of vape a lot more. I started around 2013-ish? 2014? 2013 or 2014. And that's how I got introduced to lithium ions. Are like, yo, these are like kind of thick and kind of long. What batteries are these? Like, yeah, they're lithium ions, 18650s. And I believe they're like bigger batteries, 2100 mAh and stuff like that, milliampere per hour. Milliamp hours. It just depends, right? The 18650 is like the output or something. Well, the first phase of hacking PSP is by modifying the batteries. You have to crack open the battery by cutting into it so one can lift on off the pins. Wait, why do you need to like why do you need to modify the batteries? What is up with that? What's the purpose of modifying batteries for cracking it? You remember, right, chat, around the year 2000 somethings was the era of people cracking their consoles. Handheld or just like stay home consoles. People would crack them simply because games back then were extremely expensive. Especially AAA games. I remember an old game back then for like PlayStation 2 is like 1,300 pesos. Return of the Rickosaur, salute the gacha. Welcome to the stream. We're just talking about cracking and jailbreaking consoles back then. So like around 2000, when did I get my PlayStation 1? I think 2001, 2002. PlayStation 2. We did have it cracked. And the way that you have it cracked back then is you need to put an original disc in, let it semi-load the thing, and then push it out, and then put in the fake CD, and it will read the old the pirated CD in order to play it in the old ones. Nowadays, you don't really need to do those because like people create emulators so you can play the old games in your PC, your phone, and stuff like those. PSP battery has a computer on it that communicates with the PSP to tell it how much battery there is remaining. The battery is still good, so if you lift the nano pin, it bugs out the communication and essentially launches the PSP into safe mode. I see. Which allows you to install custom firmware through the memory stick. Yeah, a lot of like games back then, right? Back when Steam wasn't really a huge thing back then. I don't even know if like around 2001 if Steam was already operational. So back then, right? Games are like mostly on console. There are like games on PC as well. You buy them via discs, CDs, and then you you pretty much install into your PC through CDs. And there are like pirated ones. There's original ones. It just depends. Hello, Gillian Penier? Gillian Penier, hello! Welcome! Hello, new member! Hello! Welcome! First time chatting. How did you find me? We just talking about like... Well, currently we're just talking about a blast from the past. Back in the early 2000s, people were jailbreaking their consoles in order to be able to play games on it, pirated ones. So there were like people who did what do you call it? Steam's operations on 1998. I see. I don't think it's that huge of a thing yet back then though. So like people barely know about it. So around back then, right? My first game on the PlayStation 2 was actually Devil May Cry. The original one, you know, Dante DMC. The original Devil May Cry, white-haired Dante. And it was the one that we used to like be able to load in old games. Just like back then I used to play Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. And I also used to play God of War, the original one, the OG one. I also used to like play Naruto. Was it Ultimate Ninja Storm? I forgot, but it was like the old school Naruto. I just forgot what it's called. And a lot of other stuff. I remember I used to also play Orphan. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? Like, I also had a DS back then. I used to play Professional Layton, Elite Beat Agents. The old Castlevania Symphony of... Wait, no, not Symphony of the Night. Portrait of Ruin. Are you getting called a fossil? I'm the hag. I'm 31. Also, once again, welcome Glenn Penier. Which friend recommended me? We're just chilling today, just drinking and just yapping. Elite Beat Agents, right? They're freaking classics. You know, one way to like know the classic is you just like watch Mega 64 videos. And they cover quite a lot of parodies of the freaking retro games. I never played Parappa the Rapper, but I found out about it there. I remember they made the old Assassin's Creed ones, Metal Gears, parody. Dude, Tetris? Chad, do you remember the era of Tetris? Back then, Tetris is already quite known. But Facebook kind of like had a Tetris game on their browser. And like almost all of my friends were just like, yo, you want to play Tetris? Yo, you want to play Tetris? And that's how a lot of my friends got into Tetris back then. It's actually insane how like even just the evolution of social media actually introduced a lot of things into gaming. 2021 was the era of Tetris. Dude, 2011 2010 2011 was like Facebook era of Tetris. Almost everyone in my high school was playing Tetris because it was introduced into Facebook. And since you only need to like be logged into Facebook, right? And most of the Filipinos had Tetris back then. A lot of Filipinos, you just like see it's flooding with Tetris players. Now we have Tetrio and stuff like those, but back then Well, you Pinoy? Yeah, Filipino. Are you also Filipino by chance? Going to 2017, release of Puyo Puyo Tetris, Puyo Pop Fever. At full blood, that's okay. We do not discriminate. Everyone is welcome here. As long as you want to vibe and chill, just yap with me. Spanish Filipino, nice. In the Philippines, right? Like we've been what do you call it? Colonized by the Spaniards for quite a long time. So we still like have a lot of things on our daily lives where we still use Spanish words. Just like funnily enough, right? When you're paying in the Philippines, they mix Spanish words with Filipino words. So like if you pay 1 peso, it's like piso, and then it goes for limang piso, which is like Filipino, right? But then once you get to 10, they say G's or diez, or which is like 10 for Spanish, and then they go for 20, which is also like Spanish already. You don't say dalawampu. It's still a mixed culture even up to today. Yeah, we also like have like certain words, right? Like adobo, which is adobar. Puto for Filipinos. Yeah, I love rice cakes. And then puto for Spanish. Huh? What did you just say? Hey, yo, compadre, do you want some puto? Huh? What? There are a lot of people having access to computers in early Facebook age where you were at. Yeah. I think Facebook started, I don't know if it's like 2000 something, right? 2010, 2009. But like, I think it started booming around 2009-ish, 2009, 2010 in the Philippines. Because back then, remember, for early on, the thing that Filipinos used to use was Friendster, MySpace, stuff like those. Then afterwards, Filipinos started using Facebook after a while. Even up to now, Filipinos still prefer using Facebook over Twitter. Facebook was earlier than that, but it doesn't matter. We don't care because like the only time that it started booming in the Philippines was I think it's 2000. When did it start booming? Anyways, for real though, maybe it's 2008. 8, 9, 10, 11. 2008, 2007, don't know. But like, it started booming around 2000 something. Nearing 2010 was the time Filipinos started using Facebook quite often. I'll be honest, there are like a lot of things that was like super good with Friendster that I wish was like incorporated into Facebook, right? Back then you can customize whatever it is that you want to put in your freaking profile. So, oh, I this is the type of music and aesthetic that I like. Let me change my wallpaper and like put in some HTML files codes into my freaking profile so I could play music there. And people would just like listen to your favorite songs and stuff like that. They can see your codes and your like mini wall and stuff, and it's amazing. There are like a lot of social media things out there back then. Social media sites. I remember a friend of mine introduced me to Plurk, and they're like socializing sites as well. Remember the existence of Tinier Me? It's like a game, but you mostly just socialize there. And then they also had like gacha online. I just lurk around people's profiles to play the game in their freaking aquarium and like get the money. Lots of games, lots of like things coming from like the early 2000s. So I remember I used to play um was it Restaurant City? So my friends used to play Farmville quite a lot. I used to play Vampire Wars and Mafia Wars. Quite crazy seeing how far things have gone. Back then, gotcha games weren't even a thing, or like at least wasn't that big back then. So people just like do um those freaking, I don't know if it's a flash game, right? But yeah, Mafia Wars and stuff, and people just like go on like, yeah, let me support you. Let's go on a raid together. And that's how it worked back then. It was actually quite interesting. Chat, what is your favorite social media? What's your favorite social media outlet? Hello, Chase. Welcome. Late? You're just in time. We haven't even started the segment yet. We're just yapping at the moment. Love Live School Idol Festival? Is that even like a social media thing? My favorite social media was Geosite Cities. GeoCities? What is that? Oh, I never heard of this. Remember back then, chat, before Messenger was a thing? People would spend most of the time just chatting in Yahoo Messenger. The first gacha game you played. What was my first gacha game? My first gacha game was actually Fate Grand Order. And it's not because I wanted to play Fate Grand Order by myself, right? It's because my friend was playing Fate Grand Order and like said, hey, you should try this game out. And so I tried it. I was like, yeah, it's not really for me. So I kind of like just like dropped it. Guns Girls Z. Damn, 7 really into the shooter genre as well. Are you a gun fanatic as well? Do you also love guns? My little my cute little muffin Udon really loves her guns. Little, she's taller than me. By a lot. Top 3 of all time PSP Demo Center forums. Free webs. Discord. Would you consider Discord social media? Well, technically, yeah, I guess it's a media to socialize, so technically it is. Remember back then, before Discord was a thing, people used to hop on, hey, hop on Skype, hop on TeamSpeak. Stuff like those, right? Like, damn, how far have we gone? Back then, people are like, yeah, I love the freebies that you get whenever you, like, use Yahoo Messenger and stuff, and you just use Skype. You don't need to pay for those shit. So people are just happy using them. And now people use Discord like, yo, I love Discord, it's free. Let me just buy those freaking borders and let me get Nitro and let me get those other shit. Funnily enough, chat, let me just say this, right? A lot of people don't like paying for stuff if it's compulsory. But give them something that like gives them the option to play it for free and they will pay for it. It's actually just insane like that. No, I'm just here lying down saying, I can't play Final Fantasy 14. I wish I could. But like, think about it, like, Final Fantasy 14 is kind of expensive. I need to like buy a lot of stuff there for the game. Like the subscription is insane. And then here I am spending like more than what my subscription would have been if I played Final Fantasy 14 in my gacha games. TeamSpeak was so ass unless someone paid for a server. That's why there's Skype and TeamSpeak. Back then, Discord wasn't a thing. So you don't really have much of a choice now, do you? It's better to have an ass level of like communication than have none. I also want you to remember that back then, when you used your phone, you also can't connect to the internet because back then, in the Philippines, internet is provided by telephone communication companies. So back then, if you like raise the phone while someone's using the internet disconnects. That was a thing back then. Surprise, surprise. There were also like moments back then where you actually use cards to load up for internet usage and stuff like those. I remember back then, there's like a lot of things that you had to pay via card back then. Like you purchase a card and then you can use the functions. For example, back then, they're used to what was that thing again? Like back then, people had to buy physical cards and use the code to log into Ragnarok Online, one of the oldest RPGs we had in the Philippines. Technically, that is also considerable as retro because it was something that people played back in like elementary days. The LDD cards, right? Leave me alone! What an amazing experience just looking back into those days. So anyways, we're done with the ad break chat. What retro games did you like play back then? And we can have a look-see of like the gameplay of those stuff. Let me fix this real quick. Oh, what is that sound? Any Gunbound enjoys? I play that quite a bit. It's the one where you use angles, right? Like, yo, you need like angle it properly, put the right amount of power to be able to like shoot it and reach the enemy. You try to destroy them. So there's like two ways of this beating your enemy. It's either you shoot them till they die, or you break whatever their platform they are at, so they fall off the map. This is a classic. I actually forgot about that. Like so many old games. Holy. Okay, chat. Let's go for the very first game that I ever played. I'm so bloated. I love sodas. Chat, what do you think is the very first game I've ever played? You take a guess? And by game, I don't mean like well, you can guess whatever, right? Don't say pinball and shit. Neopets, no. When did the pets come out? Oh, I played something even earlier than that. Let me set this up. We're going through it with my memory via order chat. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Chat. Resident Evil, the original Biohazard. Not Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1. Let's see if the audio is working. It's not working. The audio isn't working. Give me a moment. Let me fix that. Okay, it's working now. Okay, chat. Yeah, the OG RE1 1996.
Chill! Come on! Chris, this way! Make for that mansion! The show must go on. It's not like we're out of this yet.
I think you'd better take a look at this.
What is it?
No.
Chris!
Is this a remake? I don't think so. Probably this is the remake. 11 years ago. Is it the remake? Was the remake 11 years ago? Yeah, probably it is the remake. Where's the OG one? OG trailer. Can we actually find the OG trailer though? Wow. OG gameplay is the very old one. Yeah, you know, what you just said actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, maybe we should put in Biohazard. You just get to see the old one, right? For zombie. The old freaking movements were so clunky. It's so old. Even the movements, right? Hello, Excalibur, thank you for the subby! thank you, 8 months! Welcome to the stream. No, actually surprising. It actually is just surprising to see how far gaming has gone. Dude, chat, in just 30 years, right? Thank you for the bits! Thank you for the Venus Excalibur! Thank you, oh. Oh. Is that pizza? Come here. No, it won't go down. Let me fix this. Because we're in watching now, right? Is this correct? Yeah, thank you also for the 500 biddies. Thank you. Also, hello, Kaya. Thank you for the subby. 16 months. Guys, what's up? Do you recall the very first games that you played? So this is one of the games I used to play, right? Retro games. Very old games. More than 15 years bare minimum. I remember, I think it's like 15 years, right? 15 to 30 years or more. And then if it goes longer than that, it becomes vintage. Dragon City. Where's Dragon City? Looks so silly and adorable. The old Prince of Persia. I remember playing this as well. You remember games like this? This one! This is the one that I used to play when I was younger. Whoa! What was that? Missile Command, Commodore 64. Let's see Commodore 64. Dig Dug. Oh, that's also a very old one. Dig Dug. Excite Bike. Those are like very old games. This is the one where you inflate the enemy, right? To make them explode. Do you think this is what started the inflation kink? Do you think this is where it started? Yeah, inflate them. It's like you just fill them up with air and make them go boom boom. Excite Bike. I think I played Excite Bike as well back then. Yeah, I played this a lot as well back then. Circus Charlie? What is Circus Charlie? An old school Excite Bike. There's also the other one. We're in a PS1 karate. The karate one, this one. Karateka. Chat! OGs! Dude, they're so ass. Just like, look at it, right? Like, Takes forever. Also very loud. You hear the ocean. That's pretty much a gameplay of it. There's like old school gaming. It's like you just see how combat now is so different from like back then. It's like quite astonishing with how far we've gotten. Circus Charlie. What is Circus Charlie? I remember this. You run through the hoop with while riding a lion. Yeah. Taking a while to load though. What is up with that? It's the old school games, chat. Hello, Stephen Nowitzki. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. We're just looking at old school games. Retro games. There's like games from like the very old school ones, right? Like there's also what else was that game? Remember back then the PS1? I really loved this game back then. What's it called again? Stage 1? Okay, let's see. Circus Charlie Stage 1. So what would you categorize this as? Would you consider this as a platformer? Anyways, let's pretend I didn't click on this to watch it later. Chat, OG Diablo. You guys remember this? This is one of the games that I kind of played a bit back then until the stage where I got into I forgot what it's called. Is it the Butcher? And I just saw the freaking room full of bodies and blood, and I just like kind of freaked out when I was a kid. I think I was like 6 years old when I played this, or 7 or something. I did not make a 6-7 joke. It literally is, as far as my memory recalls, it's 6 or 7 years old when I first played Diablo, and I was so freaking scared for my life back then. 6-7. It really is around 6 or 7 years old. Because I'm a 1994 baby, so when it came out, I didn't play it on release, but I did play it quite a bit.
Mother, father, slain as they sleep. The town has the stench of death and demons upon it. By their souls, I swear vengeance on these creatures of the underworld.
I remember this. Are they gonna show the Butcher? The Butcher was so freaking terrifying to me back then. trailer's voice acting goes crazy. The old school one, right? The moment I saw this place, back then, I was just fighting things.
Fresh meat.
And I just saw that, like, it's so red and everything. It's like so freaking scary. I panicked. I remind you, I was a very small kid when I first saw it, so I was like so freaking terrified. Is that Fudge from Dota? Yeah, maybe. But House of the Dead. Dude, House of the Dead is also a classic. It's an arcade game. It's an arcade shooter game. I used to play this when I go to the arcade when I was younger. The 1996 one. What is 2003? There was a 2003? Dude, this is like the OG shooters back then. You just like have the freaking arcade gun, then they just like shoot it. Along with this is Time Crisis and Dino Crisis. Was it Dino Crisis? I forgot. There's like also a dinosaur game. I just don't know it's Dino Crisis. The other one is Time Crisis.
Help! Everyone getting killed.
So when there are enemies that are throwing axes, you either kill them as soon as you can, or you shoot the axe or the projectiles that they throw at you. Sometimes you can shoot it, sometimes you can't. You need to hide, depending on what type of game it is. Oh no, that's zoom in. Old school shooter games, zombies. And then what else, chat? Remember the PS1 Hercules? This is one of the most played games I had back then. The old Hercules action game. This is a classic, right? I remember back then, it was super fun, especially on the stage of the Hydra. So like this, like the normal parts usually, where it's a plot where you kind of like dodge a lot of things. Bionicle games. Oh, you need to dodge your helmet. It's like he's allergic to power-ups or something. Ow. It's one of the OG games. Well, not really Temple Run, because Temple Run, there are like things that are chasing you, right? This one doesn't have any of those. But you did need to dodge the obstacles and stuff. There's also like the Hydra part of Hercules 1. And Medusa. So there's like... found it.
Did you know that all of the bosses in the Hercules game appear in the movie?
Obviously, I'm not talking about the likes of Nessus, the Hydra, or Hades here.
Get off of my cloud!
I'm specifically talking about the Minotaur, the Harpies, and Medusa. Their appearances in the movie are incredibly brief, but they can all be seen in the Zero to Hero sequence. The Harpies are captured in cages, while the Minotaur and Medusa are seen getting pummeled by our hero, along with the Griffin from the Centaur Forest. Interestingly, sources claim that
So back then, there's like pillars here when fighting Medusa, and the way to beat her is to actually hide behind pillars while fighting off like I think skeletons in the background or something. And then once she breaks the pillar, the shield appears. You need to hide it when she's about to use her beam and it reflects the damage to
this
her.
is not actually Medusa, but her elder sister Stheno, based on her portrayal in the Hercules TV series, and this is deemed to be canonical.
Here's looking at you, Medusa.
But regardless of who this Gorgon really is, she sure poses a challenge.
You might say it's like fighting snakes.
And then there's like the Hydra fight. Right, this one was like kind of scary for me when I was younger. Yeah, it's from the PlayStation 1. So first you fight it off like that, right? And then you try to cut off the head, and then more heads pop up. There, now it grows 2 more heads, or 3 more heads. It grows two additional heads aside from the first one. So yeah, those are like some of like the OG games, as well as Monkey Magic chat. There's also Monkey Magic back then. Let's just show a little bit of the gameplay, right? Just show a little bit of the gameplay before So back then it's like OG Goku, but it's actually a monkey. He's riding the freaking floating cloud with the freaking staff that extends. Anyways, let's skip to the gameplay. Because we got a lot of games that we can talk about anyways. Because it's retro! It's retro nights. We're talking about retro games from back then. Also, we're at an ad break. I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'll be right back, okay, chat? BRB. You're back, right? We're back here, everyone. Let me remove the BRB. So this is like one of the old school games, right? Kind of like it is pretty much a platformer in of itself. I never finished this game because I was not that good. Never was good at video games, right?
Whoa! What a ride! Hi, kid. I'm Batty. My boss, Darth Void, sent me here to help you. Boy, does he have big plans for you. Stick with me, and I'll help you gain divine power.
It's a very old game. I'll need to find it. If we manage to find it, sure, maybe we can try finishing it.
Hey, that's a checkpoint. They light up when you pass by, and then if you mess up, this is where you'll return.
There's a trap.
Lock snake keys, Pebble Brain. There's gotta be one over here. Okay, that's the key. Let's unlock that gate and get out of this dump.
Oh no, bees!
Watch out for the bees! If they get mad, ooh, you better run!
Yeah, monkey! So long till he gets his weapon. They're already shown that.
You've got to get past me first.
Oh, yo! Did that guy just fucking die? Dude, he just fucking fell off the cliff! He just fell off! That's such a fucking high fall! Now we're just like going through a blast in the past, like looking at like old games. Dude, that guy just fell off that fucking floating island shit. He just really fell! Yeah. So this has to be fucking murder.
You beat those bumps! I always knew you could do it. Now Superdai can help you get divine power.
So yeah, this is like one of like the old games that I used to play. What was there else? So before moving on, right? Let's just cover games for the PlayStation 1 as well. Let's go for PlayStation 1 games. There's also the old Dragon Ball. I forgot the name of the Dragon Ball game. Yeah, Final Bout! Chat, very old school Final Bout Dragon Ball. This is one of the classics as well. This is a PlayStation 1. So back then, I didn't really have my own console. So I used to like go to my cousin's house to play games on their PlayStation. Me and my sister would just like hang out there and we'll just play games together. Sadly, most of the games are kind of one player, but this one is a two-player game. Yeah, we're not gonna look at the opening. I don't want a copyright issue. Look, it's the OG Goku. Dude, back then, we were all freaking out because like, yo, is that Goku? Who is that character? Because like the GT anime wasn't out yet. Yeah, GT anime, when this game came out, GT anime wasn't out yet. So when it first came out, we were like wondering who the frick is this guy? Well, he looks so cool, right? Old school PlayStation 1 fighting game gameplay. It does look so ancient, right? This is very old school one. How was a flip? Oh! He got kicked, then he falls forward. Yeah, this final bout, right? The OG Dragon Ball one. And then there's also what else was there? Chat. Surely you guys know about this. Metal Slug chat. It's a very old game. You also have this in arcades, by the way. Comparison of the past? That is true. We should totally do that.
Mission 1, start. Heavy machine gun. Thank you.
Heavy machine gun. Flame shot. I don't know why they don't call it flamethrower, right? They call it flame shot.
Heavy machine gun.
Yeah, it's a very old game. I used to play this a lot when I was younger. Also one of the main games that I used to play when I used to play arcade games. Along with Tekken.
Heavy machine gun.
You probably even played Metal Slug X instead of Metal Slug 1 because the remake of 2 released on PS1. Maybe, who knows? Dude, that's so brutal, right? They're freaking beheading the tanks when they die. What's the newest Metal Slug anyways? Latest 2024 maybe? I mean, that's the one that popped up, right? What is that? What is this game? The newest Metal Slug is a gacha game? What have they done? Look at how they massacred my boy. Exactly, right? That's my first thought as well when I saw it. Like, what the fuck is that? Why does it look 3D? And it doesn't look like it's a side scroller. It's a mobile game! Kinda sick though. Still has the goofy running animations though. Gotta love it, right? Like it still has that freaking nostalgic feel. Like look at how those freaking residents run, right? Have their full hands fully up, running away. What is that weapon? Blizzard? I never reached that moment. What the hell? So they're disintegrating! They're just disappearing from the ice. We're making them explode.
Medical kits can restore HP in a battle. If you get injured, let me patch you up.
The dirty little one. I saw that video. He accidentally pulled his tail out of his freaking diapers. Jared Ledges? Dude, why did they tank that? So this is how Metal Gear looks nowadays. Is it just like for the mobile version, or are they still making new Metal Gear games? Also, I'll just have to say this, right? But I think adding HP bars for enemies kind of like makes it sadder because like part of like the enjoyment of the game is actually not being able to see the HP bar and just like, yo, please die already. I'm getting tired. Well, that's enough for like Metal Gear, right? This was can anyone find us like the OG Doom gameplay trailer? Like that is like one of the things that Udon requested to actually just show Doom as well. Never played Doom, right? Chat Doom, one of the OG shooters as well, as long with one of the OG as well is Duke Nukem. Let's see. Let's try and see, right? Even if it's not, you can just show the gameplay, at least. Wow. Holy! Is that Windows XP? Oh, it's not only the freaking game that's a retro shit here. It's also like the freaking operating system. That's a classic right there. I remember like the old school window that we went through is like Windows. Was there a Windows 90 something? I can't recall. Like, I do remember like touching one of those, and then there's also like Windows XP. No monsters. Can't really enjoy it as much when they're speedrunning hard, right? This is like OG Doom. And those me. I think I had like 95. And then we went to XP. And then I went to Windows 7, then Windows 10. Now I'm 11. God forbid 11 kind of sucks. You think speedrunners play to enjoy? Yes. Because the high that they get from beating the records is what drives them. Yes, it is actually very, very annoying for them as well when they don't beat the record, but at the same time, right? Being able to like beat your previous record will always be a lot better for others. So like whenever I play Monster Hunter, I'm not like what do you call it? I'm not the type to like try hard get something subpar 1 minute or something. I used to do that back then in the PSP, but like not anymore, right? I just like want to beat my old record. So whenever I play solo, I beat my old record. I'm happy. Some prefers taking no damage. I mean, I also kind of enjoy it sometimes. Just depends from person to person. Like what's enjoyable for one may not be enjoyable for the other, but it doesn't really invalidate that they're having fun. It's just that it's also kind of like nerve wracking, right? When there are mistakes. I think I read something about downgrading Windows 11 back to 10. Windows 11 slow your gameplay and bugs out your screen. That happens a lot. I just don't know how to reverse. Ow. Hello, Timeless. Welcome. I just don't know how to revert back to 10. If I could 10, I would use 10. Because ever since I went 11, it's kind of fucking up with my system so far. Hello, we're just like talking about retro games. Right now we're taking a look at the old Doom game. Yo, he's bleeding. Oh, shit, he's dying. He dead. He killed himself. Well, anyways, right? Like, then we now have Doom Eternal. And like, the evolution of Doom. It's actually kind of crazy when you look at it. Then we got this.
Death is where he resides. Hunting them at the far reaches of the earth and beyond. And with him,
Doom comparison? Maybe, right? The Eternal Dark Ages, there's a new one? Dude, that is not like... Doom 2016, okay, this one, the evolution of Doom. $1994, I was born on this year. This is the new one. Extremely new one. You know what we need to show? The evolution of Final Fantasy. Let's have a trip back into memory lane, right?
Leave the planet.
I haven't played every Final Fantasy game, but I really loved 14 back then. Just kind of pricey, but like, I really love Final Fantasy 14. Yeah! It's a very old school FF for this Final Fantasy 2. To be fair, the Final Fantasies that I really enjoyed back then was Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 12. X2 was okay. Then I really enjoyed 14. I skipped 13. This Final Fantasy 3, right? With the protagonist being Onion Knight. "14 is with Cecil, the Dragoon ones. Slowly, right? Like, if you look at it, they're becoming a little bit more detailed every time. Back then, it was like, it looked so gender neutral, well, like, mostly guys. 2, they added women. 3 was a little bit more colorful with more sprites. This one is like more refined in color. This one is Final Fantasy 5, this one with Barts. Now this one with Terra or Tina Branford, depending on which localization you're playing with. Imperial Magitech armor. Look, it's Final Fantasy 7 now. So going from this one, right? Like the old school one. We moved to PlayStation 1 and now we have this. Final Fantasy 7. The one with Cloud Strife. Still turn-based. Dude, I can't believe it, right? Getting hit by a machine gun. Dude, I think I'd die on the 3rd bullet. Maybe even more, because like, it's not a submachine gun, it's an actual machine gun. Dude, I die in the 1st or 2nd bullet if it hits me in the torso. Yeah, this is the one with Sephiroth. He's this ex-soldier. And now you go for Final Fantasy 8 with Squall. Leonhardt. Has more details now. Darwin is trigger. Pull it as you strike. Save for Renzokuken. Huh. Oh, that's a limit break right there. Right? It has to be. Oh, is that a limit break? I think that's a summon. Is that a limit break? I don't know. I never played 8. It seems like a summon, but maybe it's a... I don't... What is that? Final Fantasy 9. The one with Zidane Cheval.
Vanished into thin air.
Oh look, it's Final Fantasy 10, the one with
How
Titus.
sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day. I hope you know how to use it.
Gives him a sword. I hope you know how to use it. Like, dude, just swing it.
These ones don't matter. We cut through.
And Chad, it's like the first Final Fantasy MMORPG, Final Fantasy 11. Dude, the old freaky Final Fantasy 11 looks like Monster Hunter. Just a little bit more defined. No, it's 12. Look at the difference. This is the first one where they kind of incorporated some type of auto combat. Because you can move around, right? And then you can set it up to like, oh, if you're below this amount of health, you cast this. If you run out of haste, you cast haste again. Is it still up or is it a private server now, Kaya? I never played 11. This is 13. I never played 13. I saw my friend play it, but I never played it for myself. This is the one with the paradigm shifts and like you can change as well. It pretty much has a lot of auto combat in this game.
This is crazy.
Then take a nap. Well, let's prove it. Yeah. Sanctum's gonna pay for this.
You can do a preemptive strike here by sneak attacking them.
Nothing to worry about.
My favorite, FF14. I love Final Fantasy 14. I really love their music and their the mechanics of the game, right? Is that Dress to Impress? By the end of the game, right? It's for me. It's all about fashion hunting and roleplay.
Like any girl, you just
Now we're up to 15. Noctis.
Take care of the car, and it will take care of us.
Yeah, the car.
Reed, we best make quick work of it.
I have a question. Why didn't they add tactics and stuff like those in here? Regardless, Final Fantasy Tactics is still part of the series.
Wallaby too. Thing's vicious.
You sure? Looks tame to me.
Look out!
Nice one.
It's not over yet.
Your friends can perform special attacks.
Proto, you're up.
Oh, hi there, opening. Nice one, Proto.
Make it count.
They also didn't add the Cydia into it.
Right. Ring, ring.
Get down here, Merc.
I just realized they also didn't add Crisis Core. Blasphemy.
Halt! Who goes there?
You're up.
You're coming with us.
Can we just talk about how he's like, you're up, and the guys are like, yeah, you know, do it with the machine gun arm. Yeah, you can pass. We'll just like take on Pretty Boy over here.
You're coming with us.
Nice and easy. Don't think so. Not bad.
Yeah, he's just like, you're up. And then they're like, yeah, cool, we'll take him on. Don't worry, dude. We'll get Cloud for you. Put it side by side. Spoiler! Not like I played the remake anyways.
Nice and easy. Don't think so. Not bad.
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now? He's Cap Balls, this, what was his name again?
Cloud. Cloud Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a
Alright, come on!
Then we have Final Fantasy 16.
What was that?
I have to help them. Everything's on fire.
Fall back, Your Highness. He's not one of us.
No, I must do my duty.
By a bloody lordling. Vigilance, Your...
I saw them at the feast. They were laughing.
Damn it all.
Cloud's reveal trailer in Smash? Oh, what's up with Cloud's reveal trailer?
Escape. As you command. You take care of that spellcaster. I'll keep the others occupied.
Alright, we can check it out. The Rebirth. I think we've seen enough Final Fantasy, it's just the same thing now. Alright, let's see. Cloud reveal. Smash. Final Fantasy 7 has 3 parts. First is the remake, then the rebirth, and then the last one is like the conclusion. The conclusion is not out yet, if I remember correctly. Is this it? Hello, Riddler. Welcome. We're just looking at like old stuff, all the retro stuff games. But right now, Lando is requesting the reveal trailer of Cloud from Smash. Welcome to the stream. 3DS for Wii U. Storms into battle. Why didn't they say Cloud stripes into battle? Advent Children. It's the Advent Children costume. Oh, that's an Odin. Okay, what else is there that I haven't covered from the PlayStation era? Am I missing anything from PlayStation that I used to play, at least? Well, yeah, but like, dude, however, right? Marvel vs. Capcom, I never played it, but like, yeah, we can show Marvel vs. Capcom as well. Never played Marvel vs. Capcom aside from Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Look at the OG one. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just play this. I'm too lazy.
For a ride.
Nah, we can't. We're going for retro. What is the first Marvel vs. Capcom one? This is the OG ones. You compare that, right? Marvel vs. Capcom, not that versus Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Stuff like those. What is the latest Marvel vs. Capcom? Infinite? Is Infinite the latest one? I guess.
Alright! Can I pilot the Quinjet?
If we don't talk about Infinite, why? Don't you like Infinite? Well, we're still showing it. The latest one.
Spider-Man.
Just show it a bit, right? So with the gameplay compared, you just see the evolution of the graphics.
Spider-Man, we are Venom.
Who will come out on top? Ready. Fight.
They use the Infinity Stones, dude. That's kind of like weird. But anyways, I see why you don't want to talk about it. It's like so fucking awkward having those. Chat. So anyone who's played Metal Slug before, have you guys played Contra? It's a very old one. 1987, chat. It's a very old game. It's older than Metal Slug. It's also a shooter game, platform shooter game. This one's taking quite a long time to load. Let's load this one instead. Yeah, I played Double Dragon back in the PlayStation 4. No, not PlayStation. Game Boy Advance SP. This is one of the OG games, so people don't know. It's a very old game. It's not surprising if people haven't played it. It released in 1987-ish. So there's like one of like the OG games as well, right? There's Contra. I guess we can move on to like the next one that I wanted to like cover. Chad, have you ever played N64 Pokemon Stadium? This is like a classic. This is the one with the Beedrill meme. Chad, do you remember the Beedrill meme? Nice string shot on Beedrill. It's the one. it's the Beedrill meme.
Bro, I don't even know how to reply to this. So, despite the fact that
the Beedrill meme. He's playing Pokemon and Beedrill just does that. No, there's like the freaking games that I used to play when I was younger. So aside from like having actual Pokemon battles, right? You also have like different minigames for Pokemon Stadium. I used to enjoy this as well as the sushi go round. The Clefairy thingy. type of games I used to play when I was younger, right? This one is a memory game. Mystery Dungeon? No, I have not, unfortunately. Well, anyways, there's like old Pokemon Stadium. You can also like see the Pokemon battles in Pokemon Stadium back then. I never played Pokemon Stadium 2, but I did play Pokemon Stadium 1. Stadium announcer gets hype. What does it do?
How's that? Pow! That's an effective hit! Oh! Is it down and out? Congratulations! You cleared the gym leader castle!
Like the old school freaking Pokemon, the most cursed Pokemon move? What is it?
This physical move can be taught to 48 Pokemon in Generation 1, but one of them uses it in a way that will haunt you forever. Mega Kick is a TM in Gen 1 known for its massive physical damage. And while it's rarely used by Pokemon that excel in special attacks, those Pokemon still receive unique animations for this seldom seen move in Pokemon Stadium.
Most of them are pretty basic, simply lifting a leg to perform the kick. But Magmar adds some flair with a spin, while Electabuzz jumps into the air to deliver a flying kick ending with a backflip.
But nothing compares to Jinx. This strange ice psychic type has always been a bit of a mystery. When she faints, her entire body vanishes, leaving behind nothing but a pile of hair.
But when she uses Mega Kick, she suddenly grows a giant foot from under her dress and delivers the most cursed Mega Kick in Pokemon history. And if you think that's weird, you can see even more secret move animations by clicking the video linked below.
She got feet. Actual human feet to kick. Freaking weird, dude. No! Don't send the fit pics! That is quite something, though. Okay, chat. We're gonna take a very quick pee break. Give me a moment, okay? I need to pee real quick. You heard me? Alright, chat. We are so back. Okay, chat, are you guys ready? So you got this. I didn't really play much, but like I remember there used to be a Super Mario game. Mario 64, right? Used to be a game as well. Oh, it's the difference between 64 and Odyssey. Chat, have you guys seen the OG Mario game? Let's look at the evolution of the Mario games. That's quite fast. You know, like maybe they could show us. The evolution of the Mario games. That's not like super freaking quick. Well, I want it quick, right? Just don't want it to just show the character super quickly. Let's just go with this. Maybe it's 11 minutes. It's 11 minutes. Yo, who's that? Evolution of Mario in movies and TV. Yo, what is this? Is this AI? This has to be AI, right? The Super Mario Galaxy movie Journey Through Stars trailer concept version. I don't want you see concept version, right? You just know it's AI. It's bound to be AI. Okay, chat. Have you ever played Splinter Cell? This is an old one. There's the one that came, well, not really the same time, right? But I think they're pretty close by with Metal Gear. This is a very old one. So, you see, Lando, you're talking to me about Siphon Filter. I don't even know that game. So, like, if you're like, you wanna, like, discuss retro games with me, then come over here and discuss it with me because I don't play a lot of, like, old games, right? About my Nokia, the old Symbian work. Still at work. Well, get out of work and just discuss things with me if you really want me to talk about Siphon Filter. Because I'm not talking about games that I never played. How am I supposed to put my input in there aside from just watching and say, wow, look at that. That's pretty cool. Not really transformative now, isn't it? There's like what Splinter Cell that I used to play? I can't remember what Splinter Cell I played back then. I just know I played it on PS2. Let's look at the freaking thing. So this is the OG one. Pandora Tomorrow, Kiss Theory. Cell Essentials, Double Agent. Cookie Mama, I did play Cookie Mama. Have you played Cookie Mama? That's from the DS. This is old school Cookie Mama. Why is Cookie Mama so hard?
Let's make some spaghetti. We just gotta boil water. That's all we gotta do. Boom. Pasta. Below. Gotta. Oh, remove the pasta. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I just wasted so much food.
You just yeeted everything. But yeah, I used to play this back then on the DS. Oh, chat! Have you ever seen Nintendogs? That's a very old one as well on DS.
I've abandoned.
Pretty much the game is just you taking care of doggies. You just take care of dogs in this game. Have you guys ever played this one? You can give them head pats and like stuff like those, feed them, take them on walks. Funny that you mentioned that, Lando, because I was about to discuss that after Digimon. So Digimon World, right? PS1 Digimon. You used to like be able to take care of Digimons and stuff like those, and then you try to like get them to like the perfect stats that you want. You train them, you feed them, you make them do the dookie, and all of those. And then once they digivolve after a while. If you treat them you treat them right, they will digivolve into like an optimal Digimon. If you treat them poorly, they will turn into shit. Like actual turn into a Digimon that looks like shit. Turn into Sukamon. Or Nunamon, the one that looks like freaking garbage slug. Yeah, Digimon started around the 19 something, alongside like OG Pokemon. So I'm pretty sure Digimon was inspired by the game Tamagotchi back then. So back then there was like a thing called the Tamagotchi, right? The very old game.
Wow.
You take care of like these digital pets, you feed them, take care of them, and all of that stuff.
But isn't Tamagotchi her
It's a
new
digital
favorite
pet.
Yes.
So what's that make me? Fish sticks?
Oh, are you hungry?
Oh, no. By all means, feed it. Play till your heart's content.
Look, Goldie. I took good care of her, and she changed again.
Change? How about changing some water here?
Katie, Buzz is here.
So Tamagotchi can pause. I can pause, too. Want to see that again?
Tamagotchi, the original virtual reality pet. Your care determines the pets you get. From Bandai.
It's so funny because it's supposedly a mislocalization of Tomodachi. Is it? Is it really? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Tattletale? What is Tattletale? I don't know this one. Doesn't really look much of a retro game though, so like I'm not sure about that one. Still like within 9 years. Still kind of newish. I think I know this. I think you need to like complete them all and like celebrate something with a cake and everything before their mom gets home or something like that. Also, I was thinking of another game. What was that game?
Mama's coming.
Presents for you.
Monster Rancher. I played Monster Rancher as well on the PlayStation 2.
Happy Mama's Day.
Mama's coming.
I played Monster Rancher in the PS2 back then. I just don't know. I just can't remember which one. I really can't remember which one I played. Since I don't know which one though, let's just click a random one and then show it and then...
Buster is back from trading, but he wasn't successful.
Punish him?
Look at him, he's tired. He worked for 4 weeks straight. Punish him. I don't know if I have the heart to do that.
You can punish them for failing their
Buster is
training.
back from trading, but he wasn't successful.
She said it with a smile on her face. And then I named it Butt Snapper. I didn't even catch that. Holy. Okay, I believe I was going to talk about something, but I kind of just forgot about it completely. Let's go talk about. But yeah, we got those things out of the way. Yeah, do you think Bioshock is considered vintage now? I mean, retro. I think Bioshock is actually retro at this point. OG Bioshock, at least. $12 years ago.
They told me. Son, you're special.
Is this a
You're
remake?
born to do great things. You know what?
Did they remake it for the PC
They
port?
were right.
So this is the remake. Let's see, like, PS3 one. Let's look at the older version. So it's actually retro. Let's move to the part where they're actually moving, you know? That is true. GTA 4 is technically retro.
Wait. This is happening before and none. Why aren't you here? Why is it today and not then when you were warm and sweet? Why can't Mommy hold you to her breast and feel your teeth? Oh, no. No, 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 no.
What is she doing?
Plasmids changed everything. They destroyed our bodies, our minds. We couldn't handle it. Best friends butchering one another.
1959. A retro game with slightly vintage feels, right? Gonna get going now. Okay, bye Swift. Have a good one. So we also got GTA. Do we really need to show GTA? Alright, we'll show GTA. The first GTA I played though is Liberty City. This is the very first GTA I ever played. I remember back then. I've never played Vice City. I just played Liberty City. You would have broken your pelvis then if you actually do that, right? In real life. Gangsta Vegas? I've never played this one. Yo, he smashed her head on the freaking steering wheel. I can see that.
And that is the best way to deal with it. I'm not done.
There's also this game back then I used to play called Orphan. Let's look at the combat, right?
Goodness. Cleo! Damn! What the hell's going on around here?
Let's look at the gameplay itself. Very old school game. Now that I look at it, holy crap. It semi makes me feel like you're fighting Leviathan in Final Fantasy 14. Just like in a ship fighting a huge sea monster. Well, technically, chat. Technically, this is also a retro game. Have you ever seen Fatal Frame? Dude, it is a very terrifying game back then when I was a kid.
Twin sisters have found themselves trapped in the Lost Village. On the day of the ceremony, the village vanished. On the night of the endless ceremony, twin sisters were sacrificed.
I never played 007 games. See, funnily enough, I really hate shooter games. I never enjoy them that much. Unless I'm invited by a friend to play a shooter game or games that where it has guns, I rarely play them. It's not that I dislike guns, it's just that I dislike games where I need to shoot things. I'm more of a fantasy based enjoyer. So I love games with swords and magic and stuff. Not much big of a gun nerd or like gun enjoyer in general. I'm also not a fan of mafia games or like games with mafias and things like those. So like in this game, you have to you have an old school camera called the camera obscura, and in order to beat the ghosts, you need to capture their souls into the camera. You snap a photo and then they get trapped in there.
The ritual is fast approaching.
I played a bit of Need for Speed games. I just suck at racing games. So there's like a higher chance that you'd invite me and I'd play a game where you can like shoot things over a game where you can race. So like fun fact, right? Like when it comes to like games where you can like race and stuff, I really hate losing in competitive games. So like when it comes to like racing and stuff, I really hate playing them because I always suck at them and I never win. But I did play a bit of Need for Speed back then. I really enjoyed Burnout back then, the Burnout series. Just because I can like, oh, you think you can fuck me over, right? Let me bust your car, you son of a bitch. And I just kind of enjoy that vibe where I just like fuck around with other people. But I don't like racing for the sake of racing. There's I actually enjoy playing Ace Combat than actually play a racing game. And I'm not good at Ace Combat either. Need for Speed Most Wanted? Chad, do you remember what OG Silent Hill looks like? Never played it. The first Silent Hill that I played was actually Silent Hill 3 with Cheryl Mason. I also played The Room. Never played Origins. Never played Homecoming as well. Or never played Downpour too. Ho ho ho. You look at that. Chat! We're down for the last video for tonight. Chat, what do you want us to look at? Yes, we are starting early tomorrow, so I want to get like a decent amount of rest. Because we're having Hell's Kitchen tomorrow at 10 a.m. PH time. Chat, what would the last video be? What do you think would be a good video to like end the stream with? Evolution of Monster Hunter, that is fair. You know what? Let's go for a long one. Evolution of Monster Hunter. One of my favorite games. PlayStation 2 chat. I believe my friend told me back then that the final boss, like the hardest monster in the old Monster Hunter series in the PlayStation 2 was the Rathalos. I'm not so sure if it was the Rathalos or like Fatalis, but like one of like the oldest monsters that you can fight is like Rathalos there. Rathalos, or I'm not sure if like there's Fatalis in MH1. But like there were no actual Elder Dragons if I remember correctly. If there's anything, it might be just Fatalis. In 2 and Freedom Unite, they introduced other Elder Dragons. But I believe like back then, maybe it was Kushala. Maybe they added Kushala, I'm not sure. This is a PS2 version. White Fatalis came to Freedom Unite. So maybe there is Fatalis in Monster Hunter 1. I'm not so sure. But in Freedom Unite, I'm sure there is a White Fatalis because we fought it in Freedom Unite. Freedom Unite is like the English localization of Monster Hunter Freedom. So it's Monster Hunter 2 on at least Monster Hunter Portable. In the PSP. Dude, this freaking vegan is whooping his ass. No, this Monster Hunter 2. Dude, the old school Monster Hunter can fuck the small monsters back then really fucks you up. She's getting fucked hard by a Hermitor. Now this is Freedom 2 in the portable PSP. Oh, this try. It's on the Wii. Chad, remember back then, Monster Hunter in the Wii? You could actually go swimming. Yeah! The Cadus and the Lagiacrus. I think this is also the one with the gobble. Ah, that's so unfortunate. They didn't show the underwater combat. That is the only notable thing with the Wii. Aside from the release of Alatreon. Separate portable turd. What is this? Monster Hunter Diary, Poka Poka Iroh Village. Boogie! You can play as a feline. You're a palico here, I guess. Animal Hunter Crossing, right? Monster Hunter 4. I played this as well. Dude, is it really that bad? The graphics really that bad? I can't remember it being this bad. Let me take it back. I guess it is. It is in the DS. DS graphics sucks. Generations. Generations look a lot more decent. After this is Generations Ultimate, right? What's other stories? I believe Monster Hunter Story is the one where you can ride the monsters, right? You have a companion monster.
Hey, get him!
Turn-based combat. No, it's double cross. There's like Generations as well, right? Generations 2 or like Generations 3, I'm not sure. Now chat, we're here! Monster Hunter World! Can't believe it's 8 years old already.
Of Jagras. Those are the monsters we're after.
Let's see how you hold up when you're on your own.
Your favorite? I'm pretty sure that this also like the game that Udon loves a lot. Even with Wilds out already, she still prefers playing World. That is actually true.
They're on the run. Don't let them get away.
Then we have Rice afterwards.
These are the hunting basics.
And how they managed to make Wild look worse and run worse too. Oh, I don't know about that. I'd say Wilds actually looks a lot better than World. Just that it's bad porting into the PC. I like the aesthetics of Wilds more than World. Like if you can run, which is gonna be rough, right? But if you can run wilds at high settings, it's better than world at high settings. I just believe that world was actually properly ported. Was actually ported properly. Probably if you run World, I mean Wilds on the PlayStation 5, you compare it to like World, I think Wilds would actually look a lot better. Because like there's not really much of an issue running it in the PlayStation. You see, I don't mind playing World, but like what I like with Wilds is less on the graphic side. I like how smooth going the combos are. As a longsword main, being able to just keep nearly 100% of your uptime on the spirit gauge is what I like about it. That's why I can't go back to world. If I was using any other weapon, I think I wouldn't mind, right? But having 100% uptime and not losing anything when you use the AI strikes, the combos in wilds are a lot more fun to experience. That's what I like about it. The Android one. The mobile version. Now we have wilds. Well, Chad, that is pretty much it. That is pretty much it for our vintage or our retro nights Yappaholic session. We've covered a lot of games from way back, but now we shall end the stream here. Okay? We're gonna have an early stream tomorrow. We're gonna have what do you call it? Like around tomorrow, we're gonna have Hell's Kitchen early up, 10 a.m. Philippine time. So that's 10 a.m. GMT plus 8. So we shall end it for tonight. Wait, you gotta look up the unknown Monster Hunter game, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Fine, let's cover one more. I never really played Metal Gear, so I wasn't really that keen on like covering it as well anyways, but like... Was there a Rathalos fight? I can't remember. I remember there was Trigger's one. Let's look at this real quick. You will survive on at least 4 rations. Give them with a shotgun? Damn. Right. There was a collab back in the PlayStation Portable where you play a snake and you fight a... I believe the one is a Tigrex, the other one is a Rathalos. Playing Monster Hunter 1 with the boys was a delight, I bet. These are extra fun, especially when you're playing it with friends. What is this, 100% tranquilized run? According this to his PSP, I bet. No, he's put it to sleep. Chad, this is a scam. He didn't even use a freaking trap. The rattles just went to sleep. Alright, that is enough, chat. I'm switching windows. That is enough. That is the last video that we have. That is it. That is all, folks. We need to take a rest now because we're gonna do an early stream tomorrow. So now we're going off to a raid. Alright, raid message, and we will be raiding Elixirs for tonight. Elixirs is currently playing Burgling Gnomes. Thank you for joining the stream. I'll see you again tomorrow, everyone. Yippee! Yeah? Thank you for joining the stream. Atsu! Atsukare! Thank you for joining the stream. I really had fun. Thank you for coming. It was super enjoyable for me. Thank you. Till next time, everyone. Here's your kiss. Atsu, bye-bye! Remember, chat, it's 10 a.m. tomorrow, so technically nearly 12 hours from now. Wow, what a fucking time, right? Like, just 12 hours and just straight right off. You see, the reason I'm also kind of ending early is because I also, like, need to rest. What do you mean? Wait, what? Are you high, Lando? It's Saturday. We've already discussed this, right? Saturdays we start at 10 a.m. Philippine time. What do you mean, wait, what? My manager is not paying attention. Mr. Manager is not paying attention here. Okay. Bye, everyone! See you tomorrow. Bye-bye!